Welcome back. MLG Pro League coverage. Mr. X here, joined by Chance. Chance, think when to go get a drink, but figure bring you the game. Start things off here. It's going to be Rise against Prophecy. Prophecy playing with BL Fighter Knight instead of Sensor. Sensor just couldn't make the match. Just nothing going on there roster drama wise, but it's going to be Prof coming out here, starting things off hot. Ake starting off 3-0, pushing up light side of the map. Going to be trying to help his teammates get a flag. It looks like they're going to be able to pull, but they've left their base completely open. Looks like all this Rise team needs to do is from tunnels just overextend. Seems like BL Fire is going to get a flagpole. He's going to be able to get it in. No, he's actually going to be stopped right at the end by Chino. Chino making a fantastic play. Weed's trying to keep the flag alive. Chance, how sick was that?
Oh, that's absolutely insane for Chino to be able to pull that off. You know, those like last second flag caps are like what makes Capture the Flag such an entertaining game to watch. But Patrick Price right now sitting at 7-0 on a 7 streak, just like returning to like his dominant form in the respawns that we've seen so far today.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen him look on AW. That way we've seen him tonight. Went on with him, totally jinxed him. He's able to drop right there. It's going to be Neslo pulling this flag out light side, and look at the coverage he has full coverage from his teammates, except one person snuck by, and actually that player is going to be taken out. It's going to be Neslo going to be able to put that first flag in the game, put Rise up 1-0.
Yep, without a doubt, that's like perfect Capture the Flag right there out of Rise. You know, they go 3 down, pull the flag, and then you know when that happens, the enemy team is going to be spawning somewhere around mid-map generally, and they were able to pick up the only player off of the overextend, and as soon as that happens, guaranteed flag cap, and now it's just back to the fight for map control.
Yep, Apathy, the only one pushed up currently for Prophecy. Going to try and put some long-range shots on a player across map. Not able to finish that. He's got BL Fire working up through tunnels with him. He's going to dip down Apathy, and then he looks like he's going to wrap all the way back around through tunnels. So starting to make a play for the flag. You can see it kind of develop. Apathy should be able to get a touch here coming out of tunnels. It's just if he's going to be able to pull this flag, he's going to need to win this one gunfight. That was Wheats directly in front of him. Apathy should be able to get this pull here, just playing so passive, waiting for the next player to attack. And he's actually going to just wait for himself to die. Actually would have been able to pull the flag right there, just selected not to. Aches at the enemy flag will highlight him on the minimap, as it looks like it's going to be Wheats going to play defense on his own flag carrier, going to try and watch his back, but I don't think they know Aches is sitting up here, Chance.
Yeah, no, not at all. And Aches is actually going to be able to spot 2 separate players, while a teammate of his is going to be a BL Fire, just kind of flies in front of him and pulls a flag. So they're going to play very aggressively trying to get this. And Chino's actually able to come up clutch again with a 2-piece on the flag, but I think that might be getting returned. Excuse me. So Chino basically the saving grace right there, because now Wheats is going to be able to put this flag and get in a second one despite getting killed at the last second. So Chino just doing outstanding work right now. 13-6 on a 3 streak, has saved a flag for his team and saved another one right there and got his team the second one. That's insane.
Yeah, Chino's crushing right now. Definitely picking things up from that first hard point. Struggled a little bit in there. Now coming alive here in the CTF on Ascend, starting things off 13-7. But the way Prof played that was a little backwards there, Chance. No, they were able to pull the flag out, and then they decided to run it straight at the opponent. And the flag carrier was the one leading the charge there. If you're going to pull the flag towards the opponent, you don't want that flag carrier leading the charge on that one.
Yeah, and then just to add on that, it was set up when Apathy managed to get in the base, had plenty of time for, like, you know, to pull the flag. Aches was over there by May's side, and then he just chose not to do anything. So, you know, the hesitation really killed them right there. But now Neslo with your flag on a 6-kill streak, and he has the coverage, although Aches was able to take out Chino right there. But it looks like Neslo's going to be able to jump this one in as Wheats able to take out Patrick right there. So they're going to go up 3-0 in the first minute. So Rise looking extremely good so far in the CTF.
Oh yeah, Rise really putting on a clinic here in this CTF. Going to go back on board with Neslo. He's going to drop. And look at this. Wheats 6-6, and they're still able to be winning in this CTF. And Theory's 2 starting out very slow. 5-12. Wheats picking up a nice 2-piece right there. Going to put himself on a 3 streak. And you see everybody from this Prophecy lineup spawning deep back in their own spawn.
Oh, and what I really like to see right there is sort of like their patience. They were sort of methodically pushing up, but that actually completely backfired as all 3 players went down, and then Chino able to come up with the 2-piece to, you know, buy his team a little bit of time. But I don't know. I was going to talk about how I'd like to play, and then it completely backfired, so I don't know anymore.
No, it was a good attempt. It was the right play at the time. Just did not work out. They just didn't pick up the kills. Nope. Rise got all 4 dead, and then deciding not to go for the flag right away. Tried to get a second wave of kills off spawn. Good decision. The safe play right there to make just didn't work in their favor, and it's going to be Rise going up 3-0 here in the first half. Going to be very difficult for this Prophecy team to come back. Might be actually forcing the game 5 here, Chance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I predict things, it's more of like I'm omniscient, like I sort of tell the future sort of thing. So said it was going to be a close game, which you definitely agreed to, but Rise is going to come out on top. So as soon as they went down 2 games to none, I knew Rise was going to make the comeback. I wasn't worried at all. So we're going to see a game 5, no big deal. Rise is going to win.
You know, with the way it's looking right now, I think we definitely see a game 5. We'll go on board with Chino, start things off, led the lobby, going 20-10. Fantastic start for Chino in this CTF game, and it's really turning things around since that first hardpoint. It's really been the difference in this matchup.
Yeah, might have just needed like a warm-up game or two, because back in top form, and now you're going to see Mochilla kind of taking that like base defense sort of role. He's been posted on top of bridge right by his home flag for quite some time now. Worked out. He was able to stop a player right there. Gonna run over by Maze. Trying to stop a second. Doesn't matter. But right now, again, just kind of back to that fight for map control. You see Rise kind of pushing out through tunnels, and looks like one player's actually managed to stunt ply to get a flag pull. I think that's going to be Theory. Yeah, he's going to pull one out and run mid-map, maybe tunnels.
Yeah, it looks like Theory's going to bring that one over towards tunnels. He's going to have teammate support with him currently. He's going to have one player behind him. That is actually going to be BL Fire. BL Fire should have been able to get that return. It looks like he does. And it's going to be Mochilla and Apathy pushing up the middle of the map. Apathy putting a lot of shots on players, not able to finish any. But it's going to be Nezo on a 5 streak for Rise Nation, really coming alive here, playing very nice in this CTF. You know, Nezo, you think about what game modes he's strongest on. You know, you think S&D, but his respawn, he's not going to really lead the lobby in slaying at all. But he plays very nice, consistent respawn.
Yeah, without a doubt, and he's going to be able to pick up Apathy, like, force in the base, and that's going to allow Theory to pretty much get a flag captain. There's one player left alive for Prophecy to make the stop, but Chino again with another 2-piece, and then Neslo able to clean up the final kill. So basically every single time there's a flag out, Chino at some point is going to end up getting a 2-piece, and that's going to, like, solidify the flag cap. But again, Neslo is certainly a player to watch right now on a 7 streak. Yeah, and I know BL Fire really struggling subbing in for Prof here on CTF. Sitting at 9-19, not able to get anything going. Might be able to pull a flag here. He's actually going to bring that back directly in front of the players on Rise. Just not a good flag route right there from BL Fire. Ake's going to try and put some fire down on the players spawning directly in front of him, as you see Apathy picking up 2 in the kill feed. And it's going to be Ake's trying to run this one down the middle of the map. He's going to be shut down as well. Looks like Apathy, he's going to try and make a play for the flag. Same with Mochilla. Looks like this flag should be returned now. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be BL Fire keeping it alive. Yeah, it's interesting that you brought up BL Fire, because, like, obviously his name is Balfire. You expect him to be the AR, but so far as the sub, he's been pretty much like your objective guy. Had the 15 captures in hardpoint, and, you know, he capped the flag right there. You've seen him give quite a few attempts at it, so he might be struggling just because he's not quite what he's used to, but we've seen him excel before, so just sort of a different play style.
Well, that was kind of the issue on Rise, is that not Rise, AR, sorry. With AR, BL Fire, you know, tried to run a Bal, didn't work out too well. He was kind of like, he was on the bottom of the team in kills consistently. And once they switched him over to the sub, that team started to play a lot better, because Anticity became one of the better ARs in Advanced Warfare. And looking back at it, that AR team would have made them move a little bit sooner. I think they would have had, you know, a little bit of better teamwork around Champs. Probably would have placed even better than 5th. I think they, that weekend, they were one of the better teams there. Probably could have even gotten to the top 4. Wheat's going to pick up a melee on a 4 streak, but I think that's really where BL Fire, he's kind of had his struggles in this game. Not a true AR player in the sense of the word in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, and right there, what you saw happen was Ace was actually able to sneak by everyone from Rise and pull a flag, but when he snuck by, Rise just basically had all of mid-map control, so it, you know, he was able to get a kill with flag 2, which is absolutely huge, but there was just too much coverage coming out of Rise, so flag pool not able to come in, absolutely no benefit, and you know, down by 3 flags with mid left. It's not technically over, but it's over.
Yeah, this one I think is over. We're going to be going to a game 5, Looks like it's going to be a pretty convincing win here for Rise Nation. And you know, they look good in CTF. We saw them the other day in the 5K. This is like kind of where they started to make their comeback. They went down 0-2 versus Space, and then they mounted the comeback all the way back to win that game 5. And it looks like they're going to try and do the same thing here against Prophecy in their first league match of the night.
Yep, and then, you know, Chino kind of like the hero of that game. No one even really close to him in kills after he's sitting at 25, but Chino the only one able to put up those, I was about to say triple digits, in that 30 sort of area. So
if Chino put up triple digits, that would be impressive.
I'm sorry.
Chino put up triple digits, that would be very impressive, Chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you said Scumpy earlier was kind of close to triple digits with 59, but that's literally the closest anybody has ever been.
We have never seen anyone that close to triple digits. Can BL Fire get this flag in? Yes, can. Very nice pointless flag cap from BL Fire, making the final score 4-2 here, Chance.
Very proud of BL Fire to get those final 2 flag caps. Not at all, but Game 5 is going to be the deciding factor to see whose prediction was correct, whether or not it is going to be Prof or Rise. First is Search and Destroy, obviously. Went to Prophecy. They looked a little bit, you know, struggled on the, those very first 2 rounds, but then after that did completely fine. So hopefully another close-ish game. Not sure.
I think we'll definitely see a very close Search game, and we're going to bring that one to you right after this commercial break. It's going to be Game 5. It's going to be Prophecy versus AR.